Dana White promised us the biggest event in the history of combat sports. He told us the White House card would make UFC 300 look like a local regional show. We were promised a spectacle that would transcend the sport. But then, at UFC 326, the curtain finally dropped. And let's be real, the MMA world is collectively scratching its head. No Jon Jones, no Conor McGregor, no Islam. Just a list of fights that feel like a good card instead of great, also with a fancy backyard. Today, we're breaking down why every single fight on this historic card is a massive letdown compared to the hype we were sold. Let's get into it. Main event, Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. On paper, it's a banger. But as the biggest fight in White House history, it feels hollow and it feels predictable. It's a great fight for a June PPV, but it's not anything crazy. Then we have the co-main, Alex Pereira versus Ciryl Gane for the interim heavyweight title. This is the biggest slap in the face. We were told Alex Pereira was moving up to heavyweight to chase a third belt. Fans begged for a Jones fight, but apparently the UFC lowballed him. That would have been legendary. So instead we get another interim title? The UFC is addicted to these fake belts. Ciryl Gane has already had 2 cracks at the undisputed gold and failed. Seeing Poatan fight for a maybe belt against a guy who has become the gatekeeper of the elite level just feels like a missed opportunity for a truly historic heavyweight clash. Now we get to the middle of the card where things really start to fall apart. Sean O'Malley versus Zahabi. Sugar Sean is one of the biggest stars in the sport. So why is he fighting Zahabi? He's a solid vet, but this is a massive step down in terms of stakes. Fans were promised O'Malley in a legacy-defining featherweight superfight. This feels like a stay-busy fight that belongs on a random regular card, not the South Lawn of the White House. Michael Chandler versus Mauricio Ruffy. This one is just sad. For years, we were told Chandler was waiting for Conor McGregor. We were hoping for the return of the Mac for this specific event. Instead, Conor is on Twitter complaining about the card, and Chandler is fighting a dangerous but relatively unknown prospect in Ruffy. It's a lose-lose for Chandler. And of course, it wouldn't be a special card without the UFC trying to force-feed us Bo Nickel. He's facing Kyle Dawkins. Again, a fine fight, but we were told Bo was ready for the elite. We were told he'd be facing a top 10 contender to prove he's the real deal. Instead, they're still protecting him. It's the same matchmaking formula we've seen for 3 years. If this is a historic card, why are the matchups so safe? In the end, the real reason this card sucks? The drama behind the scenes. Jon Jones literally begged to be on this card. He was getting stem cell treatments, training, and ready to go. Dana White went on a rant calling the negotiations false and claiming Jones has arthritis hips. When your biggest legend is asking for his release because you lowballed him for the biggest event in history, you know you messed up. We were promised a celebration of the sport. What we got was a $60 million production budget spent on a card that looks like a glorified sparring session compared to the eliteness we were promised. But what do you guys think? Is Topuria versus Gaethje enough to save this event, or is Dana White selling us a lemon? Let me know in the comments.